If you've been looking for a way to get out of the matrix, to get out of a draining job that you hate, or you just know that you have more potential and you really want to level up your life, this is going to be the video for you. In this video, I'm going to be covering exactly what I would do if I was stuck in a dead-end 9-to-5 and how I would use these steps to get out fast. What is going on, everyone? If you don't know me, my name is Sam Martin, the guy who went from being an awkward homeschool farm boy to making over $364,000 a year without a college degree or starting a business. And now I run a company called winnercircletraining.com, where we help people level up their skills, make more money, and build financial freedom through sales. And if you stay till the end, I'm gonna give you the one burning question that I would ask if I was in this situation right now. So let's do it. Step number one is to set a stepping stone target. Now, what do I mean by this? Most people think the hard part about achieving what they want in life is figuring out how to do it. When reality is, it's harder to figure out actually what you want. It's 99 times harder to figure out what you want than to figure out how to get what you want. Play that back, listen to it again. It'll hit just as hard the second time. So what does that mean? That means that we need to actually focus on what it is that we want to create before we go out and try to figure out how to create it. Because if we don't know what we're trying to get, we're not gonna be able to get it. So when I say a stepping stone target, this doesn't mean what's your 20-year plan, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Nothing like that. It's super hard to come up with that. What's the first step that I can do to move me in the right direction? What do I need to get out of the situation? So maybe to get into a new job or to get into a new career path or to start some new venture, maybe you need to have a certain amount of money saved up, right? I would recommend, maybe 8 to 20 grand if you're trying to start a new venture, to have that saved up. That'll put you in a much better spot to give you something to either invest or to get training, get coaching, whatever you need. So that's the first step, just to identify what is the stepping stone target that I want to shoot for and put that stake in the ground. This is where I'm headed. This is what I'm going to go for. The second thing that I would do is get the absolute highest paying job that I could get, even if it sucks. So what do I mean by that? A lot of people could actually get a much higher paying job than what they currently have if they actually prioritize the income. But most people don't get the highest paying job because it's either not fun, it's a sucky job, it's far away, whatever. If you take those things off the table and you just focus on how can I make the most money in the least amount of time possible, that you can put in good hours, you can work overtime, whatever it is, get a job that's going to pay you the most per hour, that's going to make the most money. Work every waking hour possible. Right now, this might sound crazy, and maybe I'm crazy. I'm a pretty intense person. I like to go fast. So if you want to go slow or not go at all, then probably this is not the place for you. When you work as many hours as possible, there's a few things that will happen. One, you're going to make way more money. Number two, you are going to be too tired to go out and do the dumb crap that costs you money or that takes you off track of your goals, right? All the extra stuff. It's just no fluff, no BS, straight to the money. When you do that, when you are too tired to go out and do all these extra things, it's going to lead to you spending way less money, which is a good thing. That's going to move you closer to your savings goal quicker, which actually leads me to my next point, which is number 3, go on a spending freeze. This is something that I came up with back when I was broke, working a job, stuck in a situation that I hated, is I would do these periodic spending freezes, which is basically you go through a process of asking yourself, what do I need to spend money on to stay alive? And what do I need to spend money on to get to work, right? If it doesn't fall into those two categories, you don't spend money on it. And when you make that the question, there's a lot of things that drop off, right? And your bills drop drastically. And I'm not saying to do this forever. I'm not saying to never get a coffee or never get a snack or never go out with friends or any of that craziness. It's specifically a short sprint. It's a challenge to raise the standard for yourself and to help you make progress faster. So when you go in the spending freeze, you will be amazed at how fast you can make progress towards your saving goals. So you want to go in, you want to cancel your subscriptions, Netflix, TV, whatever it is that you're paying for. You can also sell stuff if you want to go faster towards your savings goal. Dirt bikes, guitars, furniture, things that's around your house, maybe skiing equipment, whatever. Anything you don't need, sell it, and that will help you move towards your savings goals faster as well. Now, this leads me to point number 4, which is rest and reset, right? Like I said, this is a sprint. This is not meant to go crazy hard like this for forever. But when you go crazy hard like this, you're going to make some serious progress. When you go intensely on offense and defense at the same time, you're going to be amazed at how much progress you can make. Now that you've made it to the end of the sprint, you're going to have 3 things. Number 1 is you're going to have a stack of cash, right? You're going to have drastically increased your savings because of the attack that you did on offense, making more money, and the attack that you did on defense, cutting your expenses drastically. You should have several $1,000s saved up in just that short few month period. Number 2, you're going to have built a ton of discipline going through this because you've limited yourself on the luxuries, the fun stuff, all the extra stuff. You're really going to have an incredible amount of discipline discipline that you built. And number three, you're gonna have a ton of confidence and momentum in yourself and in your goals because you just achieved an incredible feat and you've made massive progress in just a few short months. At the end of that is a great time to launch that into your next thing. So what I would do at that point is I would take a few days off, rest, reset, whatever it is that you got to do. And I would go back to that original vision, right? Remember that stepping stone target, that stake in the ground. And I would look at that and say, okay, what was the idea? What was it that I'm trying to shoot for? And I would take that money that you worked hard for and I would put that money to work. There's a couple different things you could do. You could invest in stocks or could invest in like some kind of investing vehicle. That would be fine. But that's not going to get you out of the situation that you're in with your job, with your career, etc. What I would prefer and what I would recommend is using that money to launch you into a new career, into a new venture that can actually A, make the money that you want to make, and B, do something that you actually enjoy. Because if you're going to be working, you want to enjoy it. You want to be something that like you feel like you're growing in and has the potential to reach your goals. And again, it doesn't have to be something that can get you to your end goal, which might be financial freedom or millions of dollars or whatever, but it just has to be something that's going to move you in the right direction. If you want to have your own business someday, but you haven't ever done any like businessy things, and just get a career that's like involved in the business, that you can learn about business, you can be around business people, whatever. So whatever it is that you feel like maybe your long-term thing is, just do something that's going to move you closer to that. So those are the 4 steps that I would implement to get out of a 9-to-5 fast if I was stuck in that situation. And these are the exact steps that you can take to make massive changes. Like if you really implement these, if you really go hard, things can change in a matter of months. Now, I promise you that if you stay till the end, I would give you the burning question that I would ask. And if you're in the situation where you're trying to figure out, is it time to make a move? You know, am I ready for the next thing? I would just ask yourself this question. The question that I would ask is, can I achieve my goals on the current path that I'm on? Am I okay with the current path that I'm on? And if the answer to both of those things is yes, then hallelujah, that's amazing. You know, decide to be okay with that, be content with it, be happy with it, and make the best out of it that you possibly can. Decide to thrive in that situation, in that environment. If the answer is no, then get to work, get out there, implement this strategy, start taking action to get out of the situation that you're in. Don't settle for average, don't settle for okay. If you're not in love with it, either get in love with it or get out. You don't want to be on the fence. That's not going to serve you in the long term. That's what I got for this video, guys. I hope this was challenging for you. I hope this opened your mind to new possibilities and potential. If you got some value from this, go ahead and smash the like button down below. Leave a comment. Let us know, did you love it? Did you hate it? What do you think? What are your ideas? What are your goals? And we look forward to hearing from you. And with that, guys, we will see you on the next video. Remember, don't just listen, implement.